I'm James Dunn, and welcome to IN60, where my guest is Clinton Arentz, Head of Lending and Property Assets at Trilogy Funds. Hello, Clinton.
Yeah, hi, James.
It's a pleasure to have you on this call, Clinton. Now, what we do with IN60, I'm going to ask you a series of short, sharp questions, where after short, sharp answers as well, you can pass at any time, Clinton, and your time starts now. Have you always been interested in property?
Absolutely, yeah, even from a young age, particularly the architecture and the concept of its history.
What's the most satisfying part of your role at Trilogy?
The amount of people we meet every week, it's a joy to meet the various range of people that we see and help.
What's the biggest red flag you can think of that really warns you off an investment?
I think ones that are overhyped, James, particularly ones that look like they're too good for perhaps what they are, and just buttoning them down to make sure people have got common sense expectations, I think.
The Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Stones at night.
Which property sector looks best to you, Clinton, over the next 5 years, out of residential, retail, office or industrial, or even one of the newer subsectors that have emerged?
Lots of new sectors, NDIS being one, obviously, new boarding houses and all sorts of different resi products. But industrial's very strong, James. We see supply chain recovery will feed industrial strength for the next 3 to 5 years.
What advice would you give the 21-year-old Clinton?
Travel more. When I was younger, definitely get the backpack on, I think.
Supercars or Formula One?
Always been a V8 man, but I think the F1 is pretty interesting this year, so I'm into F1 big time.
Clinton, is the housing boom over?
No, it's an adjustment process. It's a healthy adjustment process, I see. Housing history over 100 years is strength to strength over time, so all good.
What about the million-dollar question in office? Is the CBD a thing of the past?
Not at all. If anything, we're seeing strong recoveries, nationally, major cities, and globally for that matter.
What's the biggest surprise that the property markets have ever given you?
I keep coming up with new surprises, but I think Don Stammer said once there's always an X factor. So the surprise is it's something new. It's something you can't foresee, for example, COVID.
Thanks very much, Clinton. This has been IN60 with Clinton Arentz from Trilogy Funds.